Hey guys, welcome back to the JeepSolid Garage. So today we're going to be working on the Project 92 YJ again. Yeah!
You're the one talking?
You just... So today we're going to be working on the valve train on this inline 6. We're going to be removing the rocker arms, the push rods, just kind of inspecting everything, looking at the condition of this vehicle. This is my Project 92 YJ. If you're new to my channel, consider subscribing as I take this through a complete rebuild. I'm all about doing repairs and doing repairs yourself. I'm just an average guy. I'm not a mechanic. I'm just a backyard mechanic wrenching on things myself. But I have saved a ton of money, thousands of dollars, by doing things myself, and if I can do it, you can do it. So follow along, subscribe. Let's get started. Now obviously I've removed the engine because I'm doing a complete rebuild on this, but you can do the same procedure with the engine still installed. I've removed all the bolts off the valve cover here, got the throttle, body, and cable out of the way. Unbolted it, valve cover just pops right off. And as you can see, there's a lot of burnt on, dried up oil on this thing. I really need to soak this thing, give it a good bath, clean this all up. That's one of the reasons why I'm doing the rebuild on this. I would even suspect that some of these push rods, we'll check this in a bit, but I expect some of these push rods to be just clogged with this caked on burnt oil. As the push rod goes up and down, it's supposed to be pumping oil out the top of it to lubricate the whole valve train up here. So we'll see. All right, so let's just start pulling bolts off. Now wait, before we can start doing that, we actually need to be really careful of the order everything is in right now. The rocker arms, the push rods, even backing the bolts out, we gotta do things in a very particular order. So one of my tricks, I really like to use an egg carton. This helps me keep track of the order of things, nuts and bolts, rocker arms, whatever I'm doing. I could just label this. So these will be my cylinders. Yeah, I kind of messed up my numbering, but that's okay. I wanted 2 columns for each cylinder because I got 2 rocker arms and the bridges and bolts for each one, so I can keep them all nice in order here. 4, 5, 6, and 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's a super funny looking one. So anyways, we got the egg cartons ready. Am I the only one that uses egg cartons? I don't really see anybody else doing that, but I love using egg cartons for keeping things organized. So I don't know, have you heard of anybody else doing that? Or do you have any tips or tricks? Since I started using egg cartons, love it. I do it all the time. But I want to hear from you guys, like what kind of tips and tricks, things like that do you do that just makes things a little bit easier when you're doing a repair? Leave a comment down below, let me know. All right, we're going to start with cylinder 1 here. And now we're going to start backing these off. We want to actually back them off evenly. So we want the pressure to be relieved off those push rods and everything else, just nice and even. So we're going to just back these off a quarter of a turn at a time, the bridges here. And then of course the same thing with the push rods. Cylinder 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to keep those in the exact same order so we can put them back in the same spot. So now that we have the components out of cylinder number 1, we're going to take each rocker arm, and we're going to inspect it real close, looking for any excessive wear, pitting, cracks, or any damage to the rocker arms. Same thing with the bridges. We're just going to look at them real quick, but should have a nice smooth surface underneath here, no cracks. And then the push rods, as we're taking the push rods out, we're going to look at them, making sure that there's no cracks, that the holes aren't plugged up, that you can see through it nicely. And also we're going to check to make sure that the push rods aren't bent at all. There's a pretty easy way to do that. And the easiest way to check to make sure the push rod isn't bent is get a nice flat surface like this and just roll it across, and it should roll nice and even without any wobble to it. Tells me that is a nice straight push rod. Where's my socket wrench? Ha! All right, let's take the rest of these out. Meow. Meow. All right, there we go. Now I gotta clean up this mess. This is just, it is so dry and caked on nasty. I don't currently have a parts washer. I really need one, but maybe I don't. I don't know. You guys got any idea? What do you think I gotta do? Should I buy a parts washer? Or should I just hit it with a engine degreaser and just do it by hand? What do you think would be the easiest way? Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think of how the project's going. And it was fun hanging out in the shop with you guys today. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.